Okay. Once again, it says I'm live, but no eyeball. Interesting. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Lots of people in the chat today again. I can't ever tell just how delayed StreamYard is, so if you can see me and hear me, let me know. Let's see. So we have Mindy Brown in the chat. Hello. Wonderful. Keep Faith Baby says, hey, what's up? Hello. Okay, the eyeball just showed up. So I think I'm now officially live. So hello. Welcome to a weekend writing stream. We are 2 days. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday away from Camp Nano. So that's exciting. It is kind of last minute planning, but that's okay sometimes. Yeah, so Mindy Brown said hello. So to Keep Faith Baby, Pauline is here. Hello. Debbie is here. Hi. Okay, so yay, you can see me. Okay, good. Great. Okay, so Mindy is working on refining and redrafting one of your new chapters for one of your 4 fanfics. Exciting. Motivational Setting says hello. Great. Mindy Brown, I'm trying not to make it too convenient for my main character, but it's hard. Yes, I know that feeling because you want to be nice because they're your story babies. But if you want the story to be interesting and reflect like the struggle with the characters, like internal flaw, then yeah, things have to be a bit difficult. So it is hard. Sarah, hello, welcome. Debbie is going to be trying to outline the second act, but you've never done that before. So we'll see. Okay, interesting. So you usually just like outline the beginning and the end, or just the beginning or the end, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I have not really paid a whole lot of attention to sort of like the 3-act thing before. I'm trying to a bit more with, especially with the novella, because I know that with the shorter length, it has to be much more compact and much more powerful in each section. But with a novel, sometimes I feel like you have a little bit of leeway to sort of rearrange some of the things and the pacing. But I have not gotten to the middle of my editing for Project Gray, so I may change my mind about that. Mindy Brown, you've got some comic relief in your chapter. Hey, hey. Singing boots that sing loudly and obnoxiously. Oh, interesting. And that will probably happen at just the wrong moment, right? Because that's how they do sometimes. Let's see. Pauline is going to be writing with some writing prompts, kind of get your creative juices flowing. Nice. Very good. Very good. I'm starting off with a writing prompt to get my brain going as well. I'm starting off answering the writers are weird tag questions because I've not done that yet. So I'm just kind of going through and answering them, and if they're weird enough, then I'll make a video. If they're boring, then maybe not. Sarah says, I'm doing my planning for the week. Got to figure out what you're doing so you can get a good start with camp. Yes. Yes, definitely. I did edit the description of the video, so it should have my camp schedule, my live stream schedule, and I'm going to be doing some co-hosting sessions with author Abigail Ford. She's going to be on my channel a couple times, and I will be over on her channel. So do check out the schedule below, and I will change that if anything changes, because life happens. So Okay, Mindy had to refresh the page, but it is working. Yay! JLC is also here. Hello. So glad you didn't miss this one. You thought you were late. No, you're not late. You're fine. Sunday is sort of like an hour behind my like weekday schedules. So I start my weekdays at 1 and then I start my Sundays at 2 for the live streams. So, and it is Sunday, right? Yes. Okay. My brain just had a moment. I was like, wait, was I late? Okay. Alrighty. So I'm kind of interested in what genre everybody is writing for camp. I'm doing romance for the novella, and I'm doing YA fantasy for the sequel for Project Gray. But let me know in the chat what genres you're working, because I know I asked one time and like everybody in the chat was doing fantasy. So it's kind of interesting. I want to see if we have broadened our range a little bit for this camp or not. But in the meantime, let me get set up for a 15-minute sprint, which is our usual beginning. So there is our lovely 15-minute timer. We'll get the banner up so we feel like it's official. I don't know. My brain is not quite into it yet today, so that's why I feel like I need this. I needed to start off with a writing prompt, because if I just went into one of my stories right now, it would not be good, and I would be sitting there staring at a page for a while. So I need to get that something going first. Okay. Let's see. JLC is sticking with what you love, so it's always fantasy for you. There you go. Sarah is historical mystery novel, the second draft rewrite, and a cozy mystery short story. First draft. Okay, cool. So we are both doing that drafting and and revising stage. Excellent. Okay, I'm not alone with that. Yay. Very cool. Alrighty. We will go ahead and start our 15-minute sprint and try and get our brains into the stories. So 15 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Goodness, that surprised me. I was not ready for that. Let's see. I got 459 words. So not too bad. But part of that was the questions, because I typed the questions over again. So maybe like 359. Let's say that, because that's more honest. All right. So let me get my word count sticky going. 15 minutes. Let's do 359. How did everybody else do? I was reading over some of these questions, and they're kind of interesting questions, actually. If you haven't seen the Writers Are Weird tag videos that are going around, I mean, the original tag has been on the internet for a while, but it just seems to be resurfacing because there are so many new-ish authortubers. And so one of the questions was, the second question is, do you write people that you know and dislike into your story as villains or dumb people to kill off? Because that's sort of like a threat that people always sort of say, is that I'm a writer and I can kill you off in my story, you know. But I, like, the more I've thought it, because I used to like threaten that when I was a teenager too. It's like, I don't like my teacher, I'm gonna throw him in my story and kill him off. No. And then I became a teacher, which I'm sure like some of my kids would be like, I'm gonna throw Miss Turner in the story and kill her off. Who knows? But this question, like, the more I thought about it, I was like, I have never written someone that I disliked as my main villain, as the main antagonist. And I think that's because the villain is so important to the story. There's such just this key role as the opposition to your hero. And like, they have a lot of weight and responsibility behind their character role. And so, like, do you want to really give that much weight and importance to someone that you hate? Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Plus, if you are writing a well fleshed out villain, like, you have to spend a whole lot of time like in their head. And like, do you really want to spend that much time being sort of like in the head of somebody that you don't like? No, you want your villains to be, you know, ideally you would want your villains to be somebody that your fans would come back and be like, can't you write their story? No, I don't know. Spin off. Like, you could do a Maleficent version of something, or, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, but that's just kind of an interesting question that when I started thinking about it more, I was like, oh, there's really a reason, like, not to do this. Yeah. Let's see, where were we? So JLC was saying that it's stormy and rainy, perfect for writing cozy mystery. Excellent. And Mindy started watching the Chronicles of Narnia. That's a good movie. Good movie. Good story in general. And Keep Faith Baby was going to go on a walk with her auntie. Hannah says hello. Pauline got 342 words in that 15-minute sprint. Nice. Sarah copied the 2 Instagram challenges you are doing in July into your bujo. Which 2 challenges are you doing, out of curiosity? Because I should probably do one as well, to add on to all the other things that I'm doing. But I've been kind of ignoring my Instagram lately. So we need to fix that. Mindy revised your chapter. Yay! It's getting you ideas for what you want to write next. Excellent. Good job. Motivational setting, 408 words. Great. JLC 516, you need to take a break from outlining so you're actually getting one. You're actually doing drafting and writing today. Excellent. That's great. That's always, yeah, when you reach that point and you can tell that you need a break, take a break. 49 words for Debbie. You're working on the supernatural comic Wolf Moon. Excellent. And you're on Tapas, right? I think I remember you saying that. So Hannah, 259 for me. Excellent. And Debbie says you've written in villains, people that you don't like as villains, or at least threatened it anyway. Nice. Mindy says the fanfic you're currently working on is called The Tomb of Halanord. Interesting. JLC loves your antagonist. Me too. Antagonists are such great things. I mean, generally, some of them are really awful people, yes. But you haven't put someone you dislike in your projects. But on the flip side, you haven't done it with people you do like either. Yeah. I don't know. I've taken elements of like somebody that I admire and put that into sort of like the atmosphere or the feel of a character, but they're never completely, I take that back. So when I was 9th grade, like somewhere between 8th and 9th grade, so that would be like age 14-ish, 13, 14, somewhere around there. I wrote like 100+ pages of a, what I called novel at that point. And it was just like a collection of all my friends at that time running around in a fantasy world. But all of the characters were just my friends. So I have done that before, but it did not go well. It was not a good story. Debbie said, okay, not to the main villain, but the stepmom was inspired by someone you can't understand. Okay, there you go. That works. Sarah, you've used several people you know as a starting point with a character, but they all develop into their own selves eventually. Real life people don't need to grow with the plot the way the characters sometimes do. Yeah, especially when like a lot of times the timeline for especially like YA fantasy, it more closely mimics a lot of the more like traditional plays in that it's a very quick timeline. Like, you know, the Greeks were like everything has to happen within like a 24-hour period, and like most YA novels don't follow that, but they do follow like a really like close time crunch. So, and I think usually most YAs take place in like a year, especially ones with like schooling settings, or academies or that kind of stuff, which I've been sort of playing around with because my main character goes to the Mages Academy, and I'm like, do I have him advance with the rest of the people? In that case, do the events that I've already written, do they need to move to book 2 and book 3? Because I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Mindy Brown finally got the first scene refined and figured out. Yay! Writative says, howdy, story folk. Howdy back. Sarah, you're doing a Tarot Animal Guide challenge. Ooh, and a Writer's Challenge at the Camp July challenge. Tarot Animal Guide challenge. I will have to look that up because that sounds interesting. And I have several tarot decks that I could use. Tarot Animal Guide. And the July, Camp July. Okay. Let's see. Hannah agrees with Sarah, but they can be good for inspiration. Make people that you know, yes. When you were able to go out and people watch, you like to take notes of physical characteristics so I could vary what your story people look and act like. Yeah, that is important. That is important. And my main character for last novel came from someone you people watched in a coffee shop, which always sounds far more creepy than I intended to. Yes, well, you know, writers are weird, so we do weird things. Okay, the Tarot Animal Guide Challenge is from Lionhearts. Okay. Thank you for that. I will look that up later. Alrighty, shall we do another sprint? And how long do you want to sprint for? Are you interested in a 20 or 25 or funky number? Let me know. Let me get the banner for second sprint up. Then we can go from there. Looking my tank top under my tank top because I just do that, but it's sticking out and it's not the right color. Hide it, hide it. Oh well, we'll just pretend it's a color block thing, right? Goodness gracious. It is summertime in Georgia and I do not want to open my curtains because that makes it more warm in here. So I am slightly sweating, but that's okay. That's why I wore the tank top instead of something else. Alrighty. Need to do the timer and reset that. Need to do, and then make sure. Okay, JLC says I'm good with either 20 or 25. All right, let's do a 25. We'll do Pomodoro-esque length. Uh-oh, but then here we go. Mindy and Sarah say 20. Okay, all right. Majority rules then. We'll do 20. Works for me. Works for me. So 20 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, excellent. I just got to the end of a sentence, so yay. And I got 502 words that time. So that was very nice. Very good. So now I'm up at 502, 359, 11, 6. I'm up at 861 for the stream so far. So not too bad. Not too bad. How did everybody do? Take the banner off. Reset. I'm like constantly afraid when I switch between the timer and the regular tab that has the StreamYard. I'm constantly afraid because the camera is right there. So I'm afraid that I'm going to hit the X button and like close out of StreamYard. I really don't want to do that. Goodness gracious. Let's see. A Bookish Obsession stopped by to say hello. Glad she stopped by. And Pauline got 466 words, 2 writing prompts done. Excellent. How many did I answer? Questions. I think I answered 2 or 3 of the questions for the Writers Are Weird tag. Mindy Brown got 502 words. Great. Writative planned 3 pages on the graphic novel. Oh, so we have both Writative and Debbie are working on comics. Nice. Comics, graphic novels, webtoons. I'm not entirely sure what... I mean, I know webtoon is just like you update it usually more frequently. I'm not sure what the difference is between the like genres of comics are. That might be a discussion for to try and figure out that. Go down a little rabbit hole for that as well. Hannah R. Palmer got 496 and passed the 25K mark. Yay! Congratulations. Debbie got 300. I can't read today. Oh no. Got 39 words, but a bunch to go. A bunch got deleted from the outline. Okay. So fixing things. 39 better words. Gotcha. Sarah Keefe working on your weekly planner setup, mostly figuring out what streams you're joining this week, and then scheduling your daughter's homeschool stuff around them. Gotcha. I did the same thing. Tried to figure out my schedule for July. And I did that. That's October. So I don't generally care for the vertical layout, but I figured it would probably be better for at least Camp Nano to, like, if I really want to be up in everybody's streams, I need to figure out when they are. So there's that. And that took me a while. Alicia, I just got here. Hello, welcome. You think you're going to be doing some beta reading the next round? Ooh, exciting. Are you allowed to tell us what story you're beta reading and who it's by? Or is that like, do you have to keep that secret? I don't know. I've not had to search for beta readers just yet. I still have my alpha readers that I have not sent things to because I haven't finished the first round of edits. So that's in the future for me. Okay, so don't forget to save your documents, which I have not done yet. So I need to save. Save your documents. Drink some water or coffee or whatever your beverage of the choice, your choice of beverage for the day is. Goodness gracious. Apparently, I should have had a second cup of coffee instead of just the one. But right now I've got water, so yay. So yes, save your document, drink your beverage, and we will get ready for the next sprint, which is going to be a 25-minute sprint because of majority rules last time. So let's see. JLC got 415 words this time. You just introduced the antagonist. Nice. And you love the scene when you usually hate writing intro scenes. So when you are introducing this character, when you're introducing the antagonist, do you introduce them in a way that reveals that they are the antagonist, or are they a hidden antagonist? Because I have a hidden antagonist, the like mastermind for Project Gray. And so you meet him quite early on, but you don't know that he is like the antagonist. So he does do some things that sort of prevent the main character from like achieving a better life. But it's not really revealed that he does it on purpose until later. So yeah, so that's another thing that I have to fix, is that I have to drop a couple more clues kind of in the middle section of the book, that he's, you know, the big baddie. Because yay. Okay, so Alicia found the book that you're beta reading for on Goodreads, so probably it is It Led Me to You by Jane Gracie. Well, I hope it is a good read, and if it is, let us know. Sarah, you do an hourly layout because you're a control freak. If you don't have your hours planned out, you just scroll through Facebook and Instagram. Well, that makes sense. And plus, if you're homeschooling for your daughter, then you kind of have to have a schedule, which, like, that's just, kids do better with schedules of some sort. It can be a loose schedule, but you do need a schedule to make sure that, you know, they're learning what they should be. And also having time for play and eating and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I can understand if you're a mom with a homeschool kid that is, or homeschool, especially in this environment, all parents are going to have a little bit more of like homeschool environment. So yeah, I can definitely understand that. But I don't know, for whatever reason, I think it's because the agendas that I started with, the ones that our school provided, had the horizontal like chunk layout. And so that's just what I like got used to. And I can definitely see the benefits of having like the hourly vertical column for when you have a very busy schedule. So you can sort of do the time block. So I can definitely see the benefits of it. I just, for whatever reason, I'm not used to it. So it feels weird. Okay, so Writative says the webcomic is online, usually episodic, but sometimes standalone because of the format you're using. A comic book is what you think of normally, like the Hulk story, and they're almost always serial. Okay, so maybe it may be sort of like the length, because web comics are usually a bit shorter. Okay, JLC also laughing at your use of the royal we in the comment. That's okay. It's a collaborative effort between your characters and I, apparently. That is definitely understandable and true. Mindy said, good, you get to add more to your scene. It was too quick and you want to be there to be tension between your main character and the elven hunter she is first meeting in the story. Excellent. Hannah says, you've got to get dash, so you will see us all tomorrow. Thank you for popping in. Writative, the graphic novel is usually longer, but not serial. The story is complete all in the same book. And the omnibus is the collection of the serial comics, like the Hulk story timeline, in one book for convenience. Excellent. Okay, so gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. And comic strips are the funnies. Yes. All righty. So this will be our third. Is it already 3? Really? Wow. There you go. Time just flew by. Alrighty. Cool. That's okay. We're here till 5. We are here till 5. We got plenty of time to do more work. Sorry, I just had like a moment of like, what? Let's see. Mindy also does that collaborative effort and the royal we with the characters. Yep. I don't know, whatever you use first agenda wise is often sometimes what feels like normal to you because you encountered it first. But yeah. Let's see. No, this guy is awful before you meet him. So it's your antagonist that you're introducing. But the main character doesn't know how bad until she has to go to him for help and she's planning on stealing something from him. Immediately it's like, this is a bad idea. Get out, but can't. Okay. Interesting. Intriguing. Alrighty. So third sprint, 25 minutes. Let's actually share the screen so it's not a secret. Okie dokie. 25 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okie dokie, that was the end of that sprint. Take the third sprint banner off. There we go. Okay, so I switched documents. So I got 290 in the other document, and then I got an additional 166 here. So that would be 456. Which brings 12, 11, 9. Okay, so I'm at 1,317 for the stream thus far, which is nice. Very good. Very good. The beeper scared me this time. So I don't know if you can tell that I sort of jumped, but sometimes I can get a feel for how long it is that I'm sprinting, and then sometimes I can't. And apparently today, since it has startled me twice, I am on the can't side. But yeah. All right. So JLC and Mindy were continuing their conversation about the royal we and the cooperating with your characters to make a story. So JLC said, Mindy, it's nice to think that I'm not trying to wrangle the story alone. At least some of the characters are cooperative. Yes, definitely so. So Mindy said that her characters are always figuring out this series, which is good since it's so long, and there are a lot of fanfics to write. Definitely so. Goodness gracious. I forget how sort of like wide the camera lens goes, so like you can see my doors and everything. This is kind of weird. I'm just not used to it since I had just the metal bookcase behind me for so long. So I'm kind of like, oh, I have more to visualize. But I don't know if you can tell from this depth, but they're like, so this little shelf, you've got them too deep. This one you've got too deep. So I'm going to have to go through my books because they're too deep on both of the white bookcases. I usually only have the single layer on the brown one, which is like a little shallower. And then my metal bookcase only has 2 layers on one shelf. So but that means that I have 2 bookcases that are overflowing, 3 really. I'm gonna have to do some thinning, I think, or build another bookcase and then reconfigure the whole room again. Which, yeah. Let's see. 535 words for Pauline. Got another writing prompt done from 3 parts of a diary and just started another one. Nice. Let's see. Mindy JLC wants to know what fandoms you write for. Alicia only read 5 Word document pages because you got distracted. Hey, that's 5 pages though. That is excellent. Debbie got 100 words and then started to become distracted. JLC got 783 words. Wow. And finished the scene. Even better. Nice. Sarah filled Monday through Thursday on your planner and discussed dinner plans with the husband. We're ordering pizza because we're out of leftovers, which is usually what you eat on Sundays. Yeah, well, there you go. You've got a plan. Sounds like a good one. We're trying to put together a list of the things that we need from the grocery store because I'm going to go Tuesday, I think think that's the plan. Although that may have to change. I might better go either tonight or tomorrow. We are having a different tree crew come, to tree removal team come. We've had several trees fall down over the past year, and sort of one of them fell over two of our vehicles and onto the garage roof. And we've had several come down sort of like in the backyard, kind of near the house. And so we did, I think, 2 already, just like small sweeps to get the ones like closest to the house that were leaning towards the house. But my dad, who's a retired forester, he keeps eyeballing more trees. He's like, that's going to have to go. That's going to have to go. That one too. That one too. So he finally found somebody that he seems to be satisfied with the price that they quoted us, and the kinds of equipment that they have said they will bring, and the number of their crew and whatnot. So he's hired somebody, and they are coming starting on Tuesday. So like, great timing. But so he said they're going to be taking out somewhere between 35 and 40 trees. So it might take about a week, depending on like if we have a bad weather day or something, or just like how close the trees are to the house and whatnot, or to other trees that we want to save, that kind of thing. So Wednesday's stream might be a little noisy. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. Mindy got 490 words. Nice. Writative opened up your other work in progress. A save the cat beat sheet, then realized you have no idea what to do to get the outline in order, and made lunch while frowning about it. Nice. And that's what I still have. I am on, what page am I on? I'm on page 25 of Save the Cat, because I started it and then I haven't done anything with it. So it sits here on the corner of my desk where I should be reading it. I don't know. Maybe that's something I should do, is like come and read this online. Like, be like, let me read it to you. Story time, Save the Cat. No, that would be bad, because that's copyrighted material and it's not fair. But anyway, but yes, I know that feeling very well. Very, very well. Mindy Brown writes for Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Narnia. Those are your top 4, but you often write fan fiction for. I think the four best ones, right? You know, Lord of the Rings is quite epic. I love it. Although, like, every time I reread it, I always I get stuck at those like first 125, 150 pages where you're just describing the Shire, and it's the hero's like status quo and the world building, the very front of it, and it's just because it's so laid back and slow moving, just like the Shire. You're like, come on, like, let's get to the adventure part that you keep hinting at with this ring. But it takes forever. But then, like, once you get to Tom Bombadil and the, like, you know, it's all good. Lord of the Rings is great. Yes. JLC have always been and always will be wildly obsessed with Lord of the Rings, and the ultimate dream is to go to New Zealand. Yes, I have a friend who she worked for Disney Feld Entertainment, which if you, like, most people probably haven't heard of it, but it's like their traveling shows. And so they went to Australia for part of one of her tours. And she's friends with Mickey and Donald and all the other characters that are that size. In case there's anyone underage or whose children are in hearing shot, they are friends with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and all that. But so she was doing a show, and they had her tour ended in Australia. And so she had some vacation time. And so she spent like all the money she had made on that particular tour to buy like a 2-week vacation in Hobbiton. And I was like, oh, I am jealous. Devin says, howdy, welcome. Mindy says, New Zealand is definitely one of the places you dream to go. Yes. And while I'm there, I would love to meet Nalini Singh, who she's a writer of paranormal. Well, sort of. She writes a psychic and changeling series, and then she also writes like a vampires and angels series, but I love them. They're romance, and so but she lives in New Zealand, so I would love to meet her too. And Devin says everywhere is on your bucket list. Yes, especially now that we can't go anywhere. Like we start dreaming of all the places we want to go. Yes. So the game plan is for us to write our books, make the money, and then go to New Zealand. Yes, absolutely. We totally should. Absolutely. Alrighty, so I think we need another sprint. How long do we want to do for this sprint? Do we want to do another 20 or 25? Seems like several of us kind of got a little distracted with the 25. So should we do a 20? Maybe. Let me know. Or we could do a funky number this time because we haven't done a funky number yet. So Mindy is agreeing to this plan for our New Zealand trip after we all make the money. We can make our own shire. Okay, so this is another like weird story. One of the math teachers at the high school that I attended built his own little hobbit hill in his backyard. Actually, it was in his front yard. So he like brought in extra dirt and like built the door for it, and just like he built a hobbit house, which is just in his front yard. So he was also a fun guy to talk to, except for about math. I wouldn't talk to him about math. I'd talk to him about the books. Mindy says 25 and then amends it to 24:49. I am all right with that. And Devin, we are doing minutes. We are not doing hours. Although I did see that the like July 1st 6-hour extravaganza for writing streams was posted on, I think, Kate's channel, Kate Kavanaugh. 24th. Nope. Here we go. So that will be an interesting 6-hour block of time. Alrighty, so 4th sprint, 24:49, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of that sprint. Sorry if y'all saw me taking the call. A friend of mine called to chat, so I'm gonna call her after our stream is over. So yeah. How did we do? I got 488 words that time. Let's see, what does that bring me to? Brings me to 1805 for the stream thus far. And I was in a third document, this time writing maybe a blog post about my family's 4th of July traditions, which are not very traditional, I guess. So, yep. Where were we? Okay, so JLC mentioned that July 1st is Canada Day, which is a state holiday. So you have the day off and can go to all those sprints. Yee-hoo! And so I asked if JLC was planning to wear a maple leaf, sing the Canadian national anthem, and be super nice, which is like the stereotypes that people think of, like not necessarily singing the Canadian national anthem, but like always have the maple leaf on everything and being super nice are stereotypes about Canadians. So Devin says that he's Canadian as well, or at least in Canada. Alley Cat woke up not too long ago and it was 1 something in the afternoon. Yeah, sometimes that happens. And especially if it's on the weekend, if you don't have something to do, or if quarantine has happened and life is upside down and everything else. Izzy, hello, welcome. Said same, except it was 2:40 in the afternoon, but you've had a headache all day. Oh, yeah. So I hope that you can get rid of that headache. Sometimes those are just they're not fun. And sometimes sleeping feels like the only thing that can reset your brain. Relative says it's not as horrible as you thought it was. Oh, good. I'm glad. That's always a nice feeling when you get to writing that you've been writing. Like, I don't want to do it, but it's not so bad. Good. Mindy, you're welcome for the live stream. You spent a lot of these sprints revising your chapter of writing it, and it's now better than when you first drafted it. Yay! That is what we like. Pauline got 317 words and read 10 pages. Woo, go you! That is awesome. Alicia read 11 pages and an angsty chapter. Ooh, the angst, yes. Although sometimes that's like, you got to have that razor thin edge of like just enough angst to make your reader feel sorry for the character, but not enough to go like full on, what was it, book 5 or 6 of Harry Potter, where everybody's like, this is just, whoo. But that was a lot of angst in those books. Alley Cat, 127 words. Great. That is awesome. Sarah finished your planner and is ready for the week now. Yes. Excellent. That is a great feeling when you're like, I have everything set up. I can accomplish anything. And then usually Monday morning rolls around and you're like, and I wasn't expecting whatever happened. Relative just realized you were using the beat sheet for film. Oh, so the page numbers it recommends were all off, which means you're kind of on track for the catalyst, which was your big worry. That's great. That's awesome. Yay. I think maybe chapter 10 that like the beat sheets start something. Yeah. So I've got, oh, okay. Yeah, no, there are like 10 chapters for the 10 like genres, different genres. Okay. So I'm sort of behind you on that in investigating those Save the Cat beat sheets, but I'm glad that you are not as behind as you thought you were. That's great. Alec says, nice, you came home late last night, so that's why you slept in. Sure, that's your excuse. No, I'm kidding. I did the same thing, so. Let's see, JLC, you're about to laugh at your comment, and then you realized you had been in last night for dinner. You're more stereotypical Canadian than you thought. Sometimes that happens. Like, I mean, you know, I used to make fun of like Georgians and Southerners that wear flip-flops during the winter. And then I realized I have become said person. Because it's just like, and you know, if it's less than 73 degrees, it's cold, and you got to go get a hoodie. And I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of am that wimpy in the cold. Like, I am that person. So I didn't used to be, but you know, the longer you live in the South, the more like normal it becomes, I guess. Who knows? 35 kids starting playing, and it got really loud. Ooh. Are you in a coffee shop or like near a playground or something? JLC. Oh, I got that. 35 words. Okay, stopped writing. The kids got too loud. Gotcha. Okay. Actually, I arrived home late last night from returning from our family cabin. Oh, went on family vacation for the day and had to help with painting and stuff around the cabin. So they lied to you. They said it was a vacation and they really wanted you to be free labor. Family does that a lot. Keep Faith Baby is back from her walk. Excellent. JLC is going to head out, but thank you for hosting. You're welcome for hosting. And hopefully we'll see you in July or tomorrow, whenever. Whenever you feel like dropping by. Alley Cat remodeled it. The cabinet took way longer than you thought it would. You think it came home at like 1 or 2 in the morning. Ooh, wow. And then it took another like 2 hours to get sort of relaxed enough for bed. Yeah. The official MRP. Hello. Welcome. You got all the sprints written in the camp calendar. Excellent. So now you're working on a YouTube cover. Ooh. And you're trying to decide if you want to create a separate channel for writing. Let us know if you do. And Alley Cat just sends the smiley face because family. Family does make you, you know, the labor. Like, I raised you. I gave birth to you. I can order you around. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Alrighty, shall we do another sprint? It is 4:19, so we're going to be going till 5 o'clock. So we can do 2 shorter or 1 long sprint. Up to y'all. So we have been doing, we did a 15, a 20, a 25, and a close to 25. So how long do you want to stream sprint? Sprint for next. Oh, so they didn't let you. Okay, they told you that you were going to help with the cabin, but you also wanted it to enjoy the day as much as possible. You felt bad since your dad did a lot of the work and he's too stubborn to let you help. Yeah, dads. They do that. They do that. But they're also the ones that we turn to. We're like, Dad, I can't fix this. Help me. So they get used to being that role. So yes. Hey, yay. Yes, I am here till 5 today. And so I made the executive decision that my Sunday streams, at least during July, are going to all last till 5 o'clock. Because sometimes on Sundays I have things that, you know, like groceries and all that, or laundry. And so sometimes they end at 4. But through July, from now through July, the Sunday streams will be until 5 p.m. So. Just got coffee, so you're ready for anything. The time is 4:21 right now, and it's 11:20 there. Okay, so it'll be midnight for you. And so, hey, I'm on the same time as our Canadian, one of our Canadians. All righty. So let's see. Let's do a 20 would put us at 40. Okay, let's do a 20 and then reconvene and see how long it takes us. Then we might end up with a shorter sprint. I keep doing that. 20 minutes. $20 or just 20. We'll do 20. 20 even. Starting in, is this our fourth one? 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's our fifth one. Okay. Alrighty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Write for 20 minutes. Okay, how did we do? That was a pretty decent one for me. I got 565 words that time. So this will knock me over the 2000 mark. Yes, so I'll be at 2,371 for the stream. Yeah, doing pretty good. Let's see. Where were we in the chat? So everybody was sort of saying what different time zones you're in. And I really think that's kind of awesome that we're all from different parts of the world, but we're all coming together at the same time to do some work. So I think it's fun. But Alicat says, time zones are cool, but confusing sometimes. Yes. So I realized that I had been saying that I stream at Eastern Standard Time, but we're currently in daylight savings. So I think it technically should just be either Eastern or Eastern Daylight. And that's just like, you just get used to saying EST, and you should be saying something like EDT. And I'm like, nobody knows what that is. So I might just start saying Eastern instead. But then I think there's like Australian Eastern, and I don't know if that's the same as American Eastern. And so I don't know. It's confusing. It is very confusing. Mindy said, my brain is turning to mush. Oh no. Sometimes that happens. Mind mush. Yes, very much. So Mindy Brown is going to take a break. That's okay. He Faith Baby got 110 words. Hey, hey. Very nice. Also finished a prompt that you started 28 hours ago. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just like have to have a moment for your brain to realize what it needs to say. Pauline went for a shower and read almost 5 pages. Hey, even better. Alicia got 9 more pages read. Hey, excellent. Devin says, didn't the book get wet in the shower? Not if it's waterproof pages and ink, Devin. What if she has those? Alicat got 45 words. It was very distracted. Sometimes it happens. Writing switched to art goals and got half a drawing done. Excellent. Sounds like that was a switch at the right time. So Pauline says, no, started reading after you took the shower. Yes. Oh, righty. So it is now 4:45. So we will do a 10-minute sprint, and then we will wind down with the last 5 minutes. Feel free, and also feel free to, chat if your brain is not working, but that's okay. And don't forget to save your documents and make sure that you are staying hydrated, which I need to take a sip of my water because I have forgotten to drink it. So 10 minutes. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so in case you're still watching, I just turned on my cell phone hotspot just to say goodbye. It is a wonderful summer thunderclap that just flicked the lights and took out the internet. So yay. So that was a wonderful last sprint. I did get about 100 words. So that was kind of crazy and kind of fun, but I'm glad that it was at the end and not the beginning. So yay, there's always something, right? So I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with no issues, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the US. And then I will be back on Wednesday for the official beginning of camp, still at my same normal time, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So I do have the full camp schedule in the description. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that I will see you again soon. So yay. And thanks for bearing with the tech issues there at the end. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all again next time.